Is this Magesta from Sprayview?
Magesta from Sprayview.
Oh, flip!
Yeah,
Magasta's got a venue in Sprayview, like a club spot. Wow!
Sure.
Since when do you say, oh, flip?
How?
Oh, flip!
We're rebranding. We're trying to get sponsors on there, you know. So let's with the fox. Flip now, you know. I'm Pendula after all, so oh, flip.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very special edition of Podcast and Chill.
Yes.
Today we're chilling with our leader, our fighter.
Revolutionary.
The king is here.
Yes.
Our future president.
Yes.
Please welcome Nhlanhla.
good morning.
How are you, comrade?
Number one, thank you.
Bro, what do you do like all day? Like when you wake up, what do you do?
So let me just tell you today, right? So today I was on a Skype call with the forces in Mpumalanga in the morning. So the Mpumalanga has like Soweto parliament versions. Different communities have their own parliaments as young people.
Yeah.
So we're just catching up to plan what we're going to do because something big is coming in Mpumalanga now.
Okay.
And a granny walks in and another granny walks in. They all have problems. So now we are the go-to people in the community for domestic problems, I guess.
Wow.
You see, so then we then navigate the day.
They're
like
walking into the Skype.
into my house.
Into your house.
So so that's what we do most of the day.
Oh, so it's never planned, like you
It's
just help out.
Never planned. We just help out. Some of the things like how do you plan electricity going off for a full year in people's communities?
Wow.
And then people would say, you know what, this person failed us, this person failed us. Let's go get the young people there. They'll do something about it, sure.
And you were born and bred in Soweto, ne?
100%.
So how are you related to Seshego? Like,
No, you see, my family is a big family. I do have family, me in Seshego. But the current attachment to Seshego that people were talking about is that we got there and we did what we do in Soweto. People realized, oh, there's a movement going on. They also have their own movement. They invited us over. We drove there. When we got there, it was crazy. People were like, yo, the guys are here. We can go after all the drug dealers we are scared of.
For real?
Yeah, and we went there and we did that. Yeah.
And it's Malema's hood. You think he's handling that, you know, the crime and stuff like that? Or people respect him not to do that shit in his hood?
Yeah. So
also, your father's from there as well, ne?
my father has family from there, sure. So my grandmother, my dad's mother, Banale family there. So when we got there, it wasn't even about Julius or anyone. It was about the people saying that, you know, there's some elements that are on the ground that we can't face on a daily basis because the cops are failing us, the politicians are failing us. Can we ride on your back? And we confront them. I said, with pleasure, show me right now. And,
Wow.
And the march went on, like people just responded, and it was on every community in WhatsApp group, and we were there, and it just got big, and we went in, not scared at all. And we went in, and we found people selling expired foods to our people. We found drugs.
Fake foods even, bro.
You know, so for us, that's the measure of our success. We don't care what people say. We just get in and do the right thing and move out.
Weren't you scared of approaching the drug dealers, dog?
We're never scared. We come from Soweto, dogs. You know, when you come from Soweto, actually any other township for that matter, Soweto doesn't have to be special. You are conditioned not to be scared. I don't know the amount of guns I've heard go off, random people rushing into my house because they're running from cops or maybe people trying to kill them. So you grow up being conditioned that, you know, people falling right next to you and dying.
Hey.
It's normal now. It's okay. So, I mean, life has prepared you and the universe has conspired for you to be this character. So, I mean, why don't you use it to your favor? And that's what we're doing.
And how did you get into politics? Because you were a pilot, ne?
Look, I'm not into politics. I continue not to be into politics. It's just that these politicians are very scared and they can't go without saying our name or operations, you know. So we're not into politics. We do what we do, and what we do is what they're supposed to do, what the cops are supposed to do, what the politicians are supposed to do.
Yeah.
They come once every voting season to say hi to the people and leave and promise lies. We live what they promise on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a leading edge over most of them, because we live amongst the people.
Yeah.
We're not a phone call away.
Yeah.
We are 2 steps away.
Yeah.
And that's why we seem more relevant. I don't think we're more intelligent. I just think we're more real. So I just think we're more accessible.
Yes.
We are there and we get the job done. That's
What
the
is it? So
difference.
I'm confused. Is it a party?
Who's we?
Yeah.
So everyone that you normally see on TV,
Yeah.
you know, so how Soweto Parliament works from where it started is it's a platform for young people to come together and express leadership outside politics.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So for me, when they say Umakoko is being raped or Umakoko was raped, I don't need to be a politician. I need to be an active citizen.
And a human.
For me to stand up and say, but that's not right. What do we do as the guys and girls in the community to make sure that no other granny gets raped? We don't need to be politicians. We don't need to be wearing anyone's T-shirt with anyone's face on it. The problem is that our ordinary people have given politicians and politics so much power that we've become stupid. We're always waiting for a Superman to come and save us, called a politician of some sort. And we can save ourselves. And we've proved that we can save ourselves.
Hey, these politicians must hate you, bro.
Most of them do, which is very short-sighted of them, you know?
But that's weird.
Yeah, it's short-sighted.
Because you are making the country a better place. And that's what they're supposed to do. So they should be actually liking you.
Yeah. But
Are you affiliated to any party?
No, I'm not affiliated to any party.
Okay.
Zero political affiliation. So what we do...
But who do you vote for then?
I voted
If
for...
you vote.
Listen, I voted for... When I vote, the youngest person who's independent on that ballot box.
Oh,
That was my theory.
nice,
Sure,
nice.
yeah.
Who was it?
It was Sticks in my ward.
Oh,
A guy called Sticks, yeah.
Sticks.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Because it's time for young people. We can't... I don't have any hate against politicians or political parties. It's what they do. It's what they know how to do best, right? So, but we also need to play our role as ordinary people. We need to make sure that we get our own and we get all ducks in a row. So we need to make sure we support the young people, because we can't continue to have people taking decisions today for a future they'll never be a part of.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Yeah, so we in debt right now. You just got a new baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. You're
He's a chiller. He's a chiller.
Yeah, thank you.
So no, I'm a big chiller. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that your child doesn't have to grow up in debt.
100%.
Because that's what's happening to us.
Yeah.
The biggest electricity argument I had is you can't bill Soweto as Soweto. It's not even in your models or even in your institutions' rules and regulations as Eskom. You bill per household. But now when you say Soweto's owing billions, you're then saying then when Lux has a child, that child has a debt of billions.
Jeez.
And you're also then saying when Lux has economic freedom in his own capacity, he moved to 4 ways, then he's moved away from the debt that he incurred. How does that make sense?
Wow.
Because all the debt, Mama Winnie used electricity, Nelson Mandela used electricity, and they moved, except for her, for Mama Winnie. And all of them that I'm mentioning, they move. They moved to the Gauteng. So now they're not owing electricity. A brand new baby is owing electricity from that damn twiddling. Come on, that's just pure, it doesn't even make sense. Just talking about it. So those are the small things that we then had to challenge and fight and say that if young people occupied spaces in government, in private sector, would have a better conversation.
Yeah, and that's what City of Tshwane is doing right now, right?
100%.
You know what City of Tshwane is doing, eh?
I see them tweet a lot about who they collected
They
their
are
bill from.
switching
But
off.
you do know where
And
that
switching
comes from,
off.
right?
No, please tell us.
Let's not get it twisted.
Just tell our
Yeah.
chillers who don't know what's happening in the City of
City
Tshwane.
of
Yeah,
Tshwane.
Just explain.
Yeah, so what's happening in the City of Tshwane is that the DA-led administration is now going to big corporates and big government occupied buildings and just switching off because people are owing electricity. And you remember where it started? It started they said with the mayor of DA, Soweto. We stood up and said that you are coming here to switch off the electricity in Soweto, compromising our grannies. While we've got two elements that you are scared of. You are scared of the big corporates that are owing you even more, a bigger debt than what you're claiming Soweto is
So it's just a
owing
drop
you.
in the ocean.
Yeah, it's a drop in the ocean. So you're not looking at all these white establishments that are owing Eskom. You are coming to the poorest of poor people and claiming that you are here to collect your debt. And number two, we've got buildings that are hijacked by illegal foreigners. in our CBDs, be it in Sunnyside or in Johannesburg CBD,
bro.
or it doesn't matter where for all it matters, right? So you've got those people enjoying free electricity and there's no accountability for those people. But you are here quick to hold our grannies accountable in our townships. You better think twice. Then we honestly, I must be honest because this show is about honesty. Right?
Yeah.
And I said, listen,
100%.
South Africa will not be enjoyed by anyone if some South Africans continue to be marginalized.
Yeah.
We'd rather die or go to jail. Our grannies are not going to be treated like this. We'll stop every single highway. We'll make sure that even the police stations will close them. By the way, that project is coming. But we'll close every single police station in this country because it's not working for the people. We'll close every single government building because this government is not working for our people. It's working for others. And Eskom, we don't mind. If some people in Soweto are going to live in the dark, we will make sure that we will go as far as destroying all the Eskom infrastructure so that everyone is in the dark. Because we're not going to be divided here. Because the oldest trick in the book is divide and rule.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
divide and conquer,
Laitela Diploof extension, Dimela Diploof zone.
Yes.
So those people start fighting amongst each other. No.
course.
We are different type of black us. We understand these tricks. We are not enslaved. We are not enslaved by any means. So we are here to tell you that unity is at the center of everything that we do. And that's why we progress on the ground. We are united like you've never seen. The country's never been this united on the ground when it comes to people's issues.
Oh, wow.
Because what politics does, they make sure that we remain divided so that we can start arguing amongst ourselves and lose focus on the real agendas
Issues.
at hand. Sure. Yeah.
Damn. How do you get away with this? Isn't this like against the law? Aren't you
Yeah,
being like
I
a
was about to say.
vigilante?
Are you willing to go to prison for
No,
this?
prison is too small. We are willing to die for the revolution. That's too small.
Yeah,
Prison
because
is
also I'm
nothing.
thinking... maybe-
Mandela, is this you?
Mandela with Makanyane.
What's your opinion on Mandela? What's your opinion on Mandela?
Mandela did great for the continent, did great for the world. But he's like a superstar that everyone appreciates except for people at home.
No way. Stop.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you could play jersey number 10, Ubentu Embu, and leave your kids around because when you travel and tour with the team, the girls like you when you're sleeping around. You've got kids in every province, but your kids don't know you, dog.
Not Mandela.
Not Mandela. Not
What do you mean?
Mandela.
I went to school with the kid Banaba Mandela.
Hey.
I went to school. Can I ask anyone, any ordinary South African, have you met Mandela? Do you know how many people wanted to meet Mandela who couldn't meet Mandela?
You have never met him.
But every other celebrity from America, when I was in South Africa, I was with Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
Why can they
Jackson.
access the man more than we do, more than we can? So if Nek Batlo Khabola, what that means for other chillers who don't speak Lokshin, if I wanted to get some direct inspiration and intelligence from the man and ask things that books will never write, that means that it's impossible. I would have never received that opportunity. Mama Winnie was opposite, by the way. Mama Winnie, we could march to her house on an ordinary day, but You'd see her. They'd open the gate. If the securities are not opening the gate because they know that she's probably fragile because she would be sick and whatever, they would not pass the message to her and pretend that she's saying that she is tired or whatever. Yeah. And then the young people would then sing. Kosas will tell you. Yeah. They would then sing, and once she hears the songs, comes out in the car.
So you met her?
Me, I've met Mama many times.
Yeah.
Mama lived on the streets.
Yeah.
Mama, you didn't need to make an appointment to meet her. Mama didn't care if you've got titles or you are Mang son. Don't forget where she comes from. She's a person. She's a product of the people, and if you are a peasant, then you are part of her.
Yeah.
She's the type that would genuinely be concerned. She wouldn't address things for political score. Right now, you're seeing politicians running around on TV. They're only accessible to the communities when it's time for political score. Not them. Mama Winnie, politics and activism. It's who she was. It was her lifestyle. That's how she lived. And that's the people we look up to, because those were the first people that we made reference to when we thought of leadership till today.
Why are you doing this? Because if you go on social media, everybody has the answers to the country's problems.
Of course.
We know what the
Experts.
issues are, but no one ever does anything.
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
Because, the universe has conspired for us to be in the position we are in. We would be fools to our own ancestors if we didn't use the power invested in us to change other people's lives. For example, look at me. I wouldn't have gone to the schools I went to.
He had a soft life with some rich proper schools.
Oh, you can hear the Model C accent.
Yeah, it does come out sometimes.
By the way, no.
We want to protect these
Wait,
malls.
that's
Want to protect these malls.
No, we're not on. We'll come back
But he
to
went to
Son.
good schools, and that's cool.
We'll come back to
His
Son.
parents grinded.
We'll come back to Son. Let me tell you.
His parents grinded, and that's
It does
cool.
slip out now and then. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. I got an
Absolutely nothing
accent.
wrong.
The
It's like
polished man.
yeah, it's like you, by the way.
Yeah.
I've had a chiller who loves both you and I, who said, I don't appreciate what's sold. Actually, the chiller is his sister.
Oh,
Banter, man.
Yeah.
No, but
Cat-
it's your English accent was not the
No.
Maponya Mo one.
Yeah.
It was not like we're gonna protect his balls.
what's a social media name? Katleho Morocco. So what Katleho then did is she says, I don't appreciate what they say about my president.
Yeah.
And found every time where your accent switched. Says,
No, man,
I'm a little scared.
He knows we're in Ghana. I was using a different accent. You know what I mean? He knows. It switches because you want to be understood and heard by the people.
No, but I didn't think that you were serious. I thought
No,
that
it's just
important.
bad. It's
just
yeah,
bad.
it's
You
just
know the
bad.
shows, man.
I mean,
You know the
have you heard
shows.
Nesty C switch from Zulu to English?
yeah.
Yes.
It's a mind fuck.
Proper.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, for me that's amazing.
To me, that's beautiful.
Sure, yeah.
So you
Yeah,
say you
I
went
just
to
wish
schools?
the king could also switch, but that's
Aye.
another.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, man, I switch.
Yeah. So
The good school.
so the good schools. My mother was working at a shop called Jenny Patin.
Okay.
It was one of the best shops at that time, but she was just the black lady in the shop who cleans. Not necessarily, she wasn't a cleaner per se, but she was a utility pack. If you did rugby, she was a utility pack.
Yeah.
So if someone walks in and the main sales ladies are busy, she can then say, no, I can help you, or what do you need? Until maybe someone is free and says, hand over the client.
Yeah.
So she then realized that, I've got an opportunity here. I can talk to these people for my son to go to the same school as them and find a way to negotiate the payments. That is how I access those schools. I don't come from a rich
From money.
family and what, and you know what I mean? So my first month at Parker's Primary School, I was then called VP Tlaxin. And I didn't know why the kids are calling me VP Tlaxin.
Yeah.
But because my jersey, all the uniform was donated by the white ladies that worked with my mother. And they all, they all write the name in case the jersey goes to lost and found.
Yeah.
So I was rocking uniform, VP Tlaxin. So I was then called VP Tlaxin. But me being me, I let it slide.
Sure.
VP Tlaxin, no problem.
Yeah.
And luckily, I didn't have a challenge of putting pen to paper. Then the school liked me. And then the school supported my stay there because my mother couldn't have done it single-handedly.
Of course.
But the bulk of the money came from my father, who was a career criminal.
Yeah, they used to call him Magesta.
Yeah, so Magesta never ropa dipanka. At that
Wait.
time, the post office.
Is this Makesta from Sprayview?
Magesta from Spring.
Oh, flip!
Yeah,
Makesta's
from
got a
Sprayview.
venue in Sprayview,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
club,
Sure.
spotted. Wow!
Since when do you say, oh, flip?
How?
We rebranding. We're trying to get sponsors on here, So let's with the fucks. Flip now, I'm Pendula after all, so flip.
Yeah, Magesta.
So then my dad walks in one day with JM. And so JM is a refuse bag, guys. Walks in with a JM with a refuse bag full of cash, drops in the office. Intercom calls me, Shla, please come to the office, because you know how they call our names.
Yeah.
Come to the office. Is this your father? 100%, that's my father.
Yeah.
Because they've never seen him. I mean, it's two gangsters. He
Yeah,
doesn't
of
do
course.
parents meeting. He doesn't do anything. That guy. So I then say yes. And they say, okay, your school fees is paid up until you leave school. And this is standard 1.
Whoa!
So my school fees gets paid until standard 5. Because you're grade
wild.
grade 7.
Seven.
You're a
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah. So, and on all the school trips, by the way. So he works it out on average. And the school trips, how much? Boom. And what, how much? Boom. And this guy says, then he later tells me, straight from where we went to go rob the roadblocks would be heading to Alexandra, Soweto. So I knew there wouldn't be a roadblock to your school because it's. So I took my part of the investment amongst the guys and dropped it at your school.
Wow.
So that even if we get caught going to the township, my job is done.
It's done.
Sure.
Wow, that's wild, dog.
And then later on, I go to JP Boys.
Yeah.
Go JP. I get pen and paper, write my exams, pen and paper, not a problem. And I ace it. Then I get to Seshego House. Seshego House is a sports and academic house. And in my grade, I'm the only black guy there in Seshego House. And we then do sports. And luckily, I wasn't bad at sports at all. I mean, I played against the private schools and the white and
JP Boys used to.
Oh,
hey,
solid.
They came
Oh,
with
my
fire.
man,
JP
solid.
Boys.
Yeah?
And then I get a sports bursary offer from St. David's saying that boy is nice. Because you know how private school are. They pouch around and say, like, we want that one for this position.
Yeah.
So they say, can you come to the school? My mom says, listen, here's an offer and I think it's a better school. And I'm like, there's no way it's a better school. It's a smaller school and it's a white school. That's why you're conditioned. You think more white, better.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't win the conversation as my mother. Puts me
You
in
said that
school.
at that age?
Yeah.
Hey, what the hell?
No, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because our parents are
Conditioned.
you know. I mean, Bantu education is where they come from. So
Even like when you do something, you have money in the hood, they're like, Lihua. Ngamla. Hey,
you see what I mean? So at that time, I was saying it because I was already plugged into the systems of the school. I've got my friends there. And I know, socially I'm in, and you know what matters to a child? So your social well-being matters more than your economic or political well-being. You don't care for the other elements. So I knew that she's moving me where I'm solid and I'm playing for the A team and I'm nice and I've got friends. So I get to St. David's, again, pen and paper, not bad. Then a few years later, I get a sports scholarship, 50%. And I get an academic bursary, 50%. Then I'm at the school for free. Damn. And now people are riding around saying that I went to fancy schools, I must come from a fancy background.
Yeah.
I used to wake up at 4 to get to school at 7.
Yeah.
I'm one of the first generation black guys who took transport to go to school. But we were not, and we didn't have it nice. It was hard. Those people have a story to tell, and I hope you one day just take an honorary person and just tell that story.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest when you fragile as a kid, you're waking up. I'm telling you guys, it was the hardest thing to do as a child. And you're there when you get into class, you're competing with someone who just woke up 10 minutes ago.
Of course, yeah.
They're well rested.
Walk. Yes, they walk.
And
with the helper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, the helper,
dog.
100%. And then the helper goes back home just to relieve the mom who spends the whole day at school.
Yes.
Preparing tuck shop and what. So their support structures were crazy.
Yeah.
That time you're a kid that hasn't slept, you're competing with them in the class and on the sports field.
And you gotta excel.
Oh, come on. But we
On a transport, the extracurricular activities.
I used to hide parents' meeting notices from my mother because I knew that we would need to take a taxi back home after 8 o'clock. Do you understand? And today I had a better life. I used to sleep on the kitchen floor, dog. Yeah, go Midlands. We were more than 19 in the house, in the 2-bedroom house. My granddad had too many kids, and those kids had too many kids too. It's just the story of our lives in the townships.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. You graduate from the kitchen floor, and when you get older, you go to the dining room. You get to the bedroom. It depends if you're waking or not. And then when you get older, then outside.
So let me get this straight, ne? If I'm correct, you are doing this because you want every black child that grows up in this country to go through what you did, but it must be standard, it mustn't be a privilege.
100%. It must be out of choice.
Okay.
Sure. It must be out of pure choice. That, we need, by now, the country should be at a position where it's actually up to you whether you are taking drugs or not. In the townships, our young people are subjected to drugs. It's not their choice.
Jeez.
I hear people saying that, but it's their choice. Listen, nearly every street in where I come from in Soweto sells drugs, guys. I don't care from which community. We fight drugs on a daily basis. So when kids who don't know better, a 12-year-old right now is being introduced to drugs. Since you and I started talking here on this show, there's about a dozen kids who are introduced to drugs.
Yeah.
Now Hubley is an in thing. Now we share. Wait. Now we're sharing Hubley, right? And it's cool because we do it. You do it. You do it. Everybody here does it, right? Yeah. So then we get people who who add things into the habli. I'm not talking weed. I'm talking like drugs, real drugs. And then that thing hits you. And then you're smoking the cop to my 45 without your knowledge that you're actually on drugs. It's too late, boy. You are in drugs. It's okay, you're not hooked to the drugs because your mind doesn't know it's a drugs, but you're hooked to that social circle until they tell you that, boy, listen, you can't be chilling here for free and smoking our hub. Our hub is not the real hub. It's this. But you are hooked. And then now you start hustling from your own mother, stealing things at the house. It's not only nyaupe, guys. Drug is not only nyaupe.
Yeah.
That's why they call it habli thing a hookah. It's a hookah, you know?
Yeah, sure. It's a hookah pipe.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hookah pipe.
You see? So some of these things is not out of choice. It's out of environment. I don't care who you are in this world, where you come from in this world, right?
Yeah.
The mind will always succumb to the environment. If you want to be a golfer and you're chilling with sports, soccer people, and Pirates because it's cool, you end up being good at soccer. I don't care who you are. If you chill with golfers, you end up being good at golf.
And you play golf yourself?
I play golf myself, yeah.
Didn't you play with the Ruperts?
No.
Oh, but
No.
the one of the wives. There was a picture with one of the wives.
The lady in the blue at a golf top that did the rounds.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how disgusting that is. Our people are the most gullible, and let me tell you, politicians are making sure that our education system doesn't change, so people remain this gullible, so people remain this narrow-minded.
Yeah.
They circulate a picture, and even what we call celebrities, they circulate that picture and they also retweet that picture. Yeah, nangu lakswen. Let me tell you who that lady is. That lady probably doesn't even know Johan Rupert. Not even probably 100% guaranteed doesn't know Johan Rupert. That is not Johan Rupert's wife, MacG. That lady is responsible for taking young girls in Soweto to better schools, using her own fundraising, her own resources and time. She did a golf day, which I also played in as a leader in Soweto. And we took a picture. I stood up and took the mic and thanked her for changing so many lives. As you and I speak, there's a child that goes to St. Mary's from Middleland Zone 3 under this woman's bursary scheme.
So why did they say?
I couldn't know you.
Rupert.
It's a Rupert. It must be.
Just a white person.
Yeah, it's a white person. And the politicians know how well they've conditioned the black nation. This is what will work. It's fake news. It's big fake news, but it's okay. I knew that I don't have to defend myself around that. Oh, because action speaks louder than words. I knew that politicians have very little action, and I have a lot of it. So people are not stupid. At some point, they'll succumb to reality. Reality is, this guy's actually working for the people.
Fucking hell.
They're talking for the people.
Yeah.
We're acting for the people.
Yeah. How do you get paid? How do you make money?
Yeah.
We don't get paid by the. Listen, I come from a time where I did business big time.
Yeah.
You know, I had my own little airline, Native Airways.
You had your own airline?
Yeah, my figures all flew.
Fuck
Pro
me.
kid used to. Yeah, dog.
Damn, dog.
Listen, if
airline.
I was a kid with a popular surname, I'd probably be the richest person to walk the earth.
Wow.
We didn't get support in our time in business, in whatever we did, simply because you come from a non-entity of a family.
And there's no struggle credentials.
There's no struggle credentials because our parents did not show off their contribution to the revolution. Our guests, they used to take guns and take them to different camps in various countries.
That's your dad.
They used to steal cars just to transport things for the guys who are in exile to be okay. But they never lived off that. They let it go. And that's why today they're not a typical Mandela family name or a Zuma family name. Not that I have a problem with the Mandela surname, because the grandkids are my friends. I know them personally. And I don't have a problem.
Mbuso.
Mbuso was that one who said he hits his goal.
Yeah, but that was fake news.
Yeah, but look.
He recorded, or he was lying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that story, so I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, cool.
So Mbuso, for example,
Mbuso,
he went to St. David's with me.
Yeah.
And I was his senior at school. And we used to have the realest conversations. Another one, Vuyani Pambo.
Vuyani Pambo, EFF.
He was my junior. Is lighty.
Yeah.
When I left the school, I was so worried about him. Why? Because he was the last to come in the black family at St. David's. He also was there on a bursary scheme. He came from Deep Kloof. So I knew that the systems are not as fluffy as they're supposed to be. And I would really worry. We would have black meetings at St. David's, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah, I once took out at a school assembly. Got up and asked all the black people to go outside because I want to have a meeting with them. Jeez, I got expelled for that, but I still went to school regardless.
Whoa, they expelled you.
Vuyani was part of that meeting. And my only question was, guys, I want you, whether you are black from here or black from there, meaning Soweto, I want you to know something, that we are here for you. If anybody F's with you here, listen, the school will shut down. And that time, I don't know how I will shut it down, by the way. If someone say, yeah, someone's messing with me, I wouldn't know where to start. But I knew that the passion is there, that we need to take care of ourselves as black people. We need to unite where it's not fashionable to unite. And that's part of the reason why I'm not responding to the politicians when they do their fuckery of lying to the nation, saying he's linked to Johan Rupert, linked to Rob Hezov, linked to Mang. I do not care. Because, if I respond, look, Julius had a lot to say 3 days in a row about Operation Dudula.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's waiting for a response, no?
Listen, 3 days in a row, first in Parliament, bunch of criminals.
Yes.
If Parliament is not a joke, it's not a shabin. If you say people are criminals, best believe you must have your facts right and justify why you're saying those people are criminals. Let's look at who Julius is referring to. The leadership of Dudula, fine, I'm the head.
Yeah, the face.
Person there, the face people recognize. So people are saying, Lakski criminal. And it's coming from Julius. Forget Julius, coming from Parliament. No, Lux is very good at the shooting from the hip. We're waiting for his response. I've got a million requests for me to respond to Julius. Fine, I let it slide. The second day, the day after he says that, he's in court. They ask him things that are to do with his court. And then Dudula comes up again. Those criminals. Hey, man. And then the next day, he's at a rally. 3 days in a row. Dudula. Guys, what's going on here? No, Lux, you must respond. Let me tell you, first time on this show, tell you why I'm not responding to Julius. Julius needs to be shown love. We are tired of black people always just hating on each other. If that means the younger person must be the older person in the situation, let it be, it's fine. So Julius experienced too much hate from the systems, even from his own people. When he was expelled in the ANC, he's been fighting for too long. So he thinks every situation must be a fight. When I see Julius, I'm going to give him a hug. Guys, I want to tell you something. People like Julius, if we had a fair and just old black nation here, the older people were fair, they would put Julius in a room alongside many other young black leaders and say, guys, what are we actually doing? How do we unite you guys so that you can speak in one voice? Let me tell you, if the numbers of EFF and our ground forces numbers came together, and ANC Youth League that's been put together now came together, and COSAS came together, would take the land back in 7 working days. I'm not joking.
No cap.
Listen to me. Would take the land back, would dictate how the banks work, but no. Right now, instead of us focusing on the real agenda, we must now mislead people. No, Lux is sponsored. And then in a full court, or rather a full parliament, Lux is a criminal with their Operation Dudula. Julius, at this point, if he was someone who grew up Kalerato, shown love, and is exercising love right now, he would have found a time to come to me or make sure that I go to him and say, Ntonak, you're actually doing well. You did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but as a young black person, how do we come together and make sure that you don't get derailed? How do we make sure that we achieve what we need to achieve together for our people? But those conversations don't happen. Instead, you get the hate that comes in. But it's okay. Not all of us grew up with that much hatred around us. Some of us experienced love, and we have good people around us that continue to tell us. Let me tell you, on record, a time is going to come in South Africa where all the young people, I don't care from which corner of life, but in particular the young black people, the time will come for us to unite in this lifetime, because the unity is what will rescue the land and everything else. But if I start responding, that unity meeting might be a 10-hour meeting. But because I didn't respond, it'll be 30 minutes. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then we'll get on with it. Because, when I respond, even everyone else responds. When the older leaders right now doing what they do, circulating things on social media, saying, Lux, wow, whatever, do you know what happens? Even the younger people who are captured by them start behaving that way.
Yeah.
Then there's a serious disconnect of our people. Guess who's winning? The people who control the world, the white monopoly capital they scream about, continues to flourish.
Yes, 100%.
Because we're fighting each other.
So what makes you think you'll be the change? Because many people have tried before you. And if what you are saying does happen, that is will crush the existence of white monopoly.
Yeah.
So why do you think that will happen? Because a lot of people are going to lose billions, trillions even.
Sure. Look, I don't think that I am the chosen one. I really don't think I'm the chosen one. I think that I am in a position to make way for the chosen one.
Ah, I see.
But you see, those older people are arrogant. They think they're the chosen ones.
Yes.
You don't go around choosing yourself here.
Yeah.
People will choose you. And so far, what people have chosen us to do, when I assess it myself, is really not for me to be in the prime position. Because I get the bullets every day. How can you be the chosen one when I'm getting bullets every day? The chosen one's going to come, no one's going to question him. Or her.
It's what Tupac said. He once said, I'll not be the person who makes the change, but I'll spark the mind or the
100%.
brain
Sure.
of the person who will change.
Because when that person comes, we will have worked so hard that every other black person around us doesn't have ammunition to shoot that person.
Ooh.
But right now, the black people are shooting each other.
Yeah.
We are shooting
And
each
they
other.
like it like that.
They like it like that.
Yeah.
So my fight is to make sure that there you snap out of it. So that when the young people come, it's what Rick used to try to do, guys.
Hey, dog.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, dog.
Oh, Ricky,
100%.
man.
So he used to say,
100%.
guys, these guns are not for our people. Stop the beef. Let's get going with it. How many times as MacG podcast, how many times have you they tried to cancel you here? And guess who's at the center and forefront of you being cancelled? Other black people.
Black
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know
I don't know
your politics, but I know.
ever, bro.
I know.
You know,
Other
it was
black
so
people.
crazy. 2-3 weeks ago, we're in a meeting full of white people
Sure.
saying they want to make money with us.
Yeah.
And then the whole,
Imagine.
for an hour, we're talking about how our own people are destroying us.
Sure.
So we were saying, for example, if a sponsor comes on board, the first people that will go to social media and say that sponsor must get cancelled or pull out from the show will be our own people.
Black people.
No,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Look, you know how many black millionaires we have in this country? Do you know how many? Countless. Billionaires? Countless. Those you know, I drop in the ocean. I'm talking the real G's. Abo Mkhize,
Yeah.
who've been owning taxis for the longest time and bottle stores, and their money runs otherwise. Too much money. We should be advertising here. You guys should be the youngest billionaires in the continent. No, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you, sure.
He's right, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again.
No, serious, Michi.
Because podcasters
Yeah.
in America with our numbers are millionaires.
No, I want to tell you something.
$50 million
Not even
deals.
reasoning in rands.
We millionaires in
You should be
some
dollar.
dollars.
You should be dollar billionaires on the continent. There's no reason, simply because you don't put each other on.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, bro.
Of course.
Do you know how many people are leading these white brands now? Black people. Actually, I don't want to call them by name, but so that we can have the meeting.
Of course.
So that the meeting is not 10 hours after
sure.
the show, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They should be advertising here like you can't believe. You should be the podcast should be the most expensive place to advertise. But the traffic is too much. Because we are there. Why aren't we supporting the podcast? But you know, we'll talk about those things.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about Operation Dudula. Because it seems like the country is divided.
Yeah.
There's people that are saying, you know, Lux is doing the right thing. He's fighting illegal foreigners. And then there's other people that are saying you're being xenophobic. What's your take on that?
Ever since all of you here have heard about Dudula, Operation Dudula, you have never ever seen foreigners being physically attacked, hit, blood spilling. You've never seen those things. People are hiding behind words such as xenophobia. As a matter of fact, us, every time you see a video, the video makes sense. It's someone maybe saying, Mama, not on the pavement, you are moving, because here there are bylaws. If these bylaws are for South Africans, they must also be for you. You're not special here in South Africa. So we fighting for our laws and bylaws to be respected and upheld. It's not our opinion. We've got laws to follow. If a young person in Tembisa starts a car wash on the main road, the metro cops come because they're in charge of the bylaws. But why can't the illegal foreigners, undocumented foreigners, be chased out? Why aren't they observing the bylaws? Because they've got Jojo. They pay the law enforcement, and the law enforcement looks the other way. But Sfiso from Kokas, Hana Chelta George. Yeah, every week. That's why Kawashai itluswa more pavement day.
Sure.
So we are fighting for equality in our own country. We can't, guys, every 50 years, South Africa is a fight of equality. We win against the white system, then it's against now the black government. We must still be fighting for equality. We can't live like that. So we are then saying, as Dudula, we need to make sure that laws work for everyone. It can't be that a police van collects 20 rand from a drug house every day and we watch it and there's no problem. We normalize that. Because what I'm saying is not my opinion. All of you knew it before I even said it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Police vans stop at drug dealers' houses in our townships and it's normalized. So at Dudula, we then saying that such things can't be normal. If they are scared, we are going in.
I saw a tweet someone, I forgot who tweeted it, but someone was saying like, if you do a deep dive in crime in SA, you'll find that most of the crime is committed by illegal foreigners who like they were saying like, if Autiako Kasi steals your phone, he'll just steal your phone and run away, but he won't kill you. So the illegal foreigners don't care because it's not their home, you know what I mean? 100%. So they'll kill you and most of the crime actually is from like the severe crime. Even if you go to prisons, most of the prisons are filled with illegal foreigners.
MacG.
Whoa, for real?
MacG, I want to tell you, in Soweto, we don't have a single train that operates commuting anymore. You'd never thought that in your life, as young as you are, you'd ever see that. Because you don't have cables. Every time we operate cables and we catch those who are stealing cables, it's our Sotho national brothers that come from Lesotho undocumented Batlospan. It's like the illegal mining.
Illegal mining is bad.
Illegal mining is
man.
right?
And our
we could do a whole hour just
Zama they call it.
And everybody's packing.
Yeah.
To shoot you ain't a problem. It's not a problem. In the same Seshego you're talking about. And one of the guys from Zim, they raped 9, I mean, not even rape. You see, these days rape is okay. Yeah. They killed 9 women and buried 9 women. And when this guy was interrogated, he then says, fine, it's not the first one, I'll help you show other graves, blah, blah, blah. Why do you do this? Because simply, the truth is, we know that we can get away with it. Because this country... You see?
People get away with murder, literally.
No, 100%.
Like,
you steal,
there's no
listen,
laws.
when you steal cables, and you steal cables at a train station so that trains don't operate, every single train station in Soweto is vandalized. Actually, probably now in the country is vandalized. How is that okay? We're going to be spending billions that we don't have. The president will probably, just to get the trains running again, go to international banks and borrow money again so that your child goes into further debt.
Sure.
So why can't we be confident enough and fearless to face these people that are destroying the country?
Or face the people who are supposed to be protecting the country. Where are the cops?
Let's
Where's
face
the law
both of them.
enforcement?
They're drowning in corruption. Not too many people say it as honest as I say it, and that's why I'm saying it. I was saying to you earlier on, I don't think we are intelligent or more intelligent by any means.
Yeah.
I just think that we stand for the truth and never sell out on what we stand for. The cops, most of the cops sell out.
They work for themselves.
Let me tell you, the cops are drowning in corruption, deeper than you all think. If I threw you in the swimming pool of corruption, it's deeper than the ocean. I'm taking South Africa. So people who just come from wherever they come from, and by the way, on this show we must fix it. When you speak about illegal immigrants, we're not speaking about African illegal immigrants.
Yes.
We're speaking about anyone who is illegal.
Yeah.
And we're asked, but you guys are focusing on the Africans. Who said so? Who said we are focusing on the Africans?
Yeah, because I saw on Twitter you went to my friend.
To go Ethiopia.
Yeah.
I mean, we go.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And that alone should tell you, if we can live here to go to Ethiopia, to have a conversation where we articulate our programs and also hear their cries, and we work together in solving Africa and the continent issues. That means we are not just bored smoking happily and saying, Aslandian, Abu, my friend. We are not saying such things. Everything is well informed. But if we have real conversations, then that's when you'll get the how genuine we are about this. When we're in Ethiopia, for example, not too many people know that Ethiopia has a problem where, by the way, it's the only country in the continent that's not colonized.
Colonized, yeah.
Right? So if you save Ethiopia, you're saving the last dying heartbeat of the continent. So we as young people said we're going to Ethiopia. Why? Because Ethiopia has a problem where there are rebels on the ground, raping, killing women and children, terrorizing the country, sponsored by the West, as the narrative goes. So we want to go there and help as much as we can. We've got videos where we are on the ground carrying heavy artillery, saying that we are with the people here. What's the problem? That doesn't make SAPC.
No. How can it?
But Russia says hi to Ukraine.
Yes.
World War III. World War III.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because even the people that are leading us are captured. They capture.
Bro, they're only looking out for themselves. What these guys do, bro, if you've got a term 4 years, it's about how much can I milk this?
Eating.
How much can I eat
It's about
in this 4
eating,
years?
Baba.
After 4 years, Hans was born. You're on your own.
So what's the future, bro, for your movement?
Wait, before we go there, the craziest thing I heard, someone was telling me this, right? Wild, bro. I was like, I had goosebumps. I was shaking.
Yeah.
And this is before I had a girl child, right? So this guy was telling me there's illegal immigrants who come here, right? And, they have money because they sell drugs and whatever. So they got cash, they got money to blow and whatever. So they'll dress nice, drive nice cars. They'll go to Santon. And our ladies are easily impressed,
Oh, yeah, in the Damast, yeah.
Yeah. So they get our ladies, right? Take them back to the hotel or the where they're staying. And then they feed them drugs, right? When they feed them drugs, they lock them up for like 3 days in this room.
Damn.
Right? Where like niggas just walk in there and rape and do as they please to this woman, right? But then because of, like you're saying, with the hubli, once you get a hit, you need it, like you're hooked in the system. So then they feed these girls drugs, and then after like 3-4 days, they say, okay, cool, in order for us to give you more drugs, you got to start working.
Pay us off.
And then these girls now start going off and selling their bodies. And like it's a system. Crazy, right?
That's how it works. And guess what? The police are in on it. I'm saying it because it's what it is. The police are in on it.
So you've heard that before?
I know it. Not just heard it. Because we operate. We on the ground. We know what's what.
Sure.
The women in South Africa are at serious risk. If we knew better as people, not only what we know as individuals, we would declare South Africa under serious attack. The way Ukraine said we are in a serious state of when you are being attacked. Yeah, but we would, and we are just living a lie. This country is a virtual. Listen, it's our leaders live on Facebook. They think what's on Facebook is the country. They think what's on Instagram is the country.
And that's not real.
And that's why they mobilize and pay so much PR for our names to be character assassinated on Facebook.
Yes.
You can't character assassinate me in Soweto. Because the people will tell you, when it's dark here, Lux is with us in the dark. He makes sure that he goes through hell for us to get lights. He goes through hell for the drug dealers not to sell drugs to our kids. You see? So I wish, and I know Cyril is a chiller, by the way.
For real?
Yeah, they're all chillers. I was saying earlier on, you can't run South Africa in any leadership position, doesn't matter which sphere of government, if you're not a chiller.
Hinda, what mean, what's Cyril? Move one.
Yeah, was Cyril. So, we just need to be plugged in. We need to come together.
Yeah.
I see a future where we're controlling even the media as young black people.
For sure.
And it starts with your show.
Yeah.
To say that the next march to Eskom for our people, and it's riding, and people can see it on your show, because that's your contribution to the revolution.
100%.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. And we can do that.
And in turn, anyone who wants to silence this podcast, you just keep quiet and send us their names. And then we do what we do. Because we work the ground.
Hey, man,
we
that
know
sounds
what
like
we
a
can
hit,
do.
dog.
That's okay. Let it sound like whatever.
I like the sound of that. Working together.
Do you see what I mean?
We have the names.
You can achieve more.
The only thing they must be in the position to do, guys, is to kill us. They mustn't be in any other position. That's why they killed Chris Hani. Because he gave them only one choice. Kill me, because everything else won't work. Can never talk to me about this. Our people need 1, 2, 3, and there's no compromise.
But they have to cancel this show because we're gonna have episodes like this, and they don't want people to know what you're saying.
No, to hell with them. If they cancel this, we'll hit all the towers. Then there's no internet for everyone. No, that's what it is. We're not scared of them. To the wailing Kati.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey man, I like the way this guy speaks, man. You can tell his dad was a gangster.
Kanka, bro, is fearless.
He speaks with conviction, bro.
He's fearless, bro.
If you're a woman to be like, I'm taking you home now.
Fearless, man.
I just want to know, Nhlanhla,
Sure.
like, with obviously when you talk about the illegal foreigners who are in the country, the biggest issue is the borders, right? That's where the issue starts also. So what things are you bringing in the parliaments in those discussions? What are we doing in order to also make sure that our borders are protected?
So,
and do you think Africa needs borders?
Okay, I'll answer 2 in 1. So, we worked the borders at some point. We had a project of going to the borders to go assist and make sure that we can't be a borderless country and just up and down. You see, people can do as they please, come in, contraband, people bring in products that are illegal, cigarettes that are flying around come through the borders.
It's very easy, yeah.
And it's worth mentioning that some of our politicians profit.
Oh, yeah. Remember lockdown?
Damn.
Remember lockdown? We were smoking. What were we smoking?
RG.
Yeah.
Some of our politicians, they profit from our state of poverty.
Yeah.
That's why they'll keep us poor. They profit from the state of chaos. That's why they allow the borders and encourage the borders to be in the state that the borders are in. And because they think for themselves, not for the country. I say, simple example, I like practical solutions because I deal with MacG, different type of people. So you can't speak, you can't intellectualize everything. You need to speak so that everyone can understand you. The borders are like your house. If you feel the borders must go down, take your stop nonsense down. That wall around your house and the electric fence, take it off. Same principle. Why are all politicians living with their properties high fenced and whatever else? What are you scared of? But you're saying the country mustn't have the wall, but you must have the wall. Do you see?
But it's security.
So the country doesn't need security.
Exactly.
Thank you. So we need the security necessary. Now let's talk about whether I think Africa needs borders or not. We can't address the border issue just discussing the border and not the background of the borders. Even before pre-colonization, we had borders, not physical borders.
Yeah.
When Basotho knew we are walking into a territory of Zulus, there's ways of doing things.
Yes.
And we go ask the vendor king, Boba Msanda, can we please cross over? So there's ways of doing things in every environment because it belongs to a certain group of people.
Yes.
You can't just do and tell what you must.
So that was the African way.
It was the African way. So when the borders came, unfortunately, they were introduced by the colonizers. But the borders are here now. We can speak about history and continue to speak about Mandela, which will not help us with the future. Or we can face reality for what it is. Reality is that we do have borders. Do we continue with the borders under our democratic systems? Does democracy complement the borders? If the answer is yes, let's continue.
Yeah.
But if we're saying we don't want an Africa with borders, that means you also don't want democracy. Because democracy comes with laws.
Yes.
So those laws get undermined once you move the borders.
Yeah.
That's why we find ourselves fighting amongst each other as Africans. Because you are here, you just walked in. There's a law that says you must go through
this direction
so that you can get a stamp on your passport because it's a way of accountability. So the laws will be undermined if we don't have the borders. But if you're saying, hey, Pan-Africanism, hey, we can't have the borders, that means we must cancel the constitution and go back to a real way of life as Africans.
Which we still need permission.
Yeah. I'm, by the way, a scholar of ancient African history. I'll tell you, I'm for the African systems more than these systems.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's take down all the borders and do away with this democracy and go back to African way of life. Because it seemed to have worked better.
Yeah.
Less women were being killed.
Yes.
Less people were being killed. We lived together. There was more harmony because we subscribed to nature. But now we subscribe to the law that is failing the majority of our people. Because the law still needs to be enforced by people who are drowning in corruption. So we're actually a very lost country, to be honest.
What do you think about China and what they're doing in the African continent?
Everywhere.
Listen, not only China.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Okay.
It's disgusting our leaders should be the ones borrowing China and the West money.
Bro.
We are so wealthy.
Bro.
It's disgusting how we are borrowing money.
Yeah.
We should just get our act together.
The Arabs did it.
The Arabs did it.
They killing it,
in
bro.
a lifetime. They did it in a lifetime. It wasn't 20 generations. No,
Generations.
they did it now.
Yes.
And they have
50
nothing,
years.
by the way. All they have is a few. We have everything that the world has and more.
Yeah.
So we just have to come together. And once we unite, then everything falls into place. But we'll not unite for as long as you find a politician taking a stand and saying that young people who are emerging, who have real influence on the ground, criminals, these ones, can't live like that. But a time will come in your lifetime. We'll make sure that we all have a responsibility, all of us, to ensure that, because lady, every child that's coming out of that womb will be debt-free as long as we are alive. So your job is to keep us alive. Every other woman in this country. Just keep us alive and we'll come together and unite and make sure that South Africa is not we don't have bogus unity. We don't have Mandela's unity. We have real unity. Because Mandela's unity was never real. Some people were forced to say sorry. You can't force me to say sorry. Then I'm going to say sorry for the sake of saying sorry. So a real CODESA is going to come in this country. We will bring it. A real CODESA. Where all the young people...
Can we podcast from there?
No problem.
Of course. Of course, bro.
Where young people... Where you've got Africans, young people who are Africans, let me just say white, Indian, colored, black. Where we are sitting around the table and we are saying that we're not talking about yesterday, we are talking about today. Today, what's going on? Are you happy that the majority of our people's land is what you've inherited? We're now white child. I can tell you now, after that CODESA, the young white people will be ready to give the land. We won't have to fight for it at all. But now we're still riding on a system. The reason why I don't want to be a politician, once I get in as a politician, then I have to abide by the rules and regulations of what governs a politician. So therefore, the systems were created to do and achieve X amount. There's so much you can't achieve, whether you are the greatest of all time or not. So that's why some things must be done outside politics. You can't do them inside politics. Let's go back and speak basics. What did the colonizer take from us? The land. That remains the most important thing for us to ever talk and fight about.
That's where our wealth
now,
is.
what happened in 1994? They say sorry. We are finished fighting with you. But if you are saying sorry and what you stole from me is the car, give me the car.
Give me the car back.
Instead, they give you a system that we all say, no, the system called democracy. It's a system. We appreciate it. Let's work with it so that we can move with it. The system won't give you the land. I don't care who you are. So there's a lot of real discussions we need to have as people, but unity is at the center of that discussion.
Let's talk about the good things about SA, man, because this is a beautiful country.
The best.
You know,
the women,
I always
for
say,
example.
yay!
We've got the best women in the world.
Mutsilise Muhono. Yeah, she's up there.
Oh, you like Tiri?
Yeah, I love Tiri.
Tiri's a G.
Inside joke, guys.
Tiri's a G.
What's your vision of what you want South Africa to be? The good things, like we've spoken about what's wrong.
I want it to be okay for Siya Kolisi to come watch movies with his white girlfriend Komaponya Mall. Actually wife, Komaponya Mall. It's not. Because why? And it's a problem. I look forward to a country where we all have a choice to do and be whatever we want. We mustn't be forced because retlaring. If the government must understand its people. I mean, listen to the Sona, MacG. The Sona, if I ask Gogo, who's selling Makonyako North taxi rank, what was the Sona about? I'm Tanami, Yangas. We don't address the real people of this country. We are speaking about hydrogen projects. And I don't have anything against...
Smart cities.
I don't have anything... Smart cities.
That's smart cities. He's
Come
been
on.
promising us smart cities.
No, but look at the real city.
Yeah, look at the real city.
Yeah, but they're creating a smart city.
100%. So I look forward to a country with a sauna that speaks about the grannies in Alexandra, that speaks about how our women get raped every day. Since we started speaking, there's more than 100 women who were raped, just by the way. The sauna be real, because it's the state of the nation. So whether the state of the nation is good or bad, I wanted to reflect the true state of the nation. Because when you speak about a hydrogen project and the politicians stand up and clap that we have a hydrogen project, who can tell me what's hydrogen here?
Yeah. I'm still trying to get solar, man.
Do you understand?
It's just a dream.
So we need, as a leader, it doesn't matter how educated you are, never leave your people, because you are leading people. You are not leading bricks and walls and buildings and animals. You are leading your people. They vote for you. So you must make sure that, you know why Jacob Zuma was such a good president, by the way. And I'm not comparing him to Cyril, because for me, what's one, and it doesn't matter who's there.
Yeah.
It's because the man had time to articulate things in such a way that Mkhosi would understand. He didn't intellectualize everything. You see? So
it was relatable.
Yeah. So before people think now we are comparing the presidents, let's move away from the presidents. The country we need is a country for MacG and the team to have a podcast without hurdles. We need to make sure that every child that is born today, the race is the same for them until they get to the age of 80 or whatever it is. It's not the same for us, Michi.
Yeah, it's
we
not,
continue to be the most marginalized people in the whole world.
Yeah.
And people think that we are over crying.
Remember that City Press article?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's garbage.
Did you see the City Press article?
Which one?
They wrote an article, when you're
They
tired...
said, when you're tired of listening to MacG, these are the other podcasts worthy of listening.
That was the headline.
But the headline is when you're tired of listening to MacG.
Why?
And it's written by, guess who?
A black guy.
Black
woman. Black woman.
What, Piri?
Yeah,
No, don't give that.
get her name. Let's make her famous.
No, please.
Okay.
Not on such don't give her a time.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to achieve.
Let's give her a hug.
Let's give her a hug when we see her.
Let's give her a
Okay.
hug.
And if she's got a child that is dateable, let's send one of our forces to go date the child.
No.
We must infiltrate her home.
Oh, with love.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
If this woman has a child that is dateable,
Okay.
let's send one of our young forces
Yes.
to go date that person,
Yes.
so that
And
we've
spread the
that
love.
we've got one of us in that house,
Ah.
so that we can now challenge her from inside.
Oh, okay.
Are you ever going to campaign to be the president?
Yeah.
I will never campaign to be the president under politics.
Yeah.
Maybe
as you're saying, yeah.
maybe if the young people are allowed to be independent outside politics and they say that Lux lead us in this journey, I will do it. But if I'm going to be subjected to the same laws that any other president is subjected to, that means I'm walking into a trap, because I must still. The deals that Mandela made a million years ago, they still exist today.
For sure.
We've got SADC deals, we've got AU deals, Africa Union deals, we've got United Nations deals. Yeah. Whether I like it or not, I must be subjected to those things. No, those things, half of them are rubbish. Yeah. Look at what's going on in AU. Half of those things are rubbish. People just go there for self-enrichment.
Yeah.
You know? So for me, I don't see myself doing it out of choice. But if the people have a solution, and we have a solution that is moving, like you see the movements are growing on the ground, the forces are stronger than what politicians can ever prescribe right now.
For sure.
We move in that direction, and it's independent fully. We can truly express what we think and what we want, then I'll be able to lead that. But I'll never be able to lead what is selling out to our people, because the current system continues to sell out.
And do you like being compared to Dudula Zuma?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because when you compare me to Dudula Zuma, I feel very undermined. Because not that he's not on the ground. We don't do the same thing. If I was in business, compare me to the guy.
Sure,
he's a fantastic business person. Yeah. But for what I do, come on, man. Yeah. Compare me to guys on the ground who know jail cells and what and know we really in it because we're not looking back.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the last thing Dudula did for the people? I'm asking you.
He was on this podcast.
No, for the people.
He gave us a challenge.
Groceries. He didn't really say groceries. You see him in videos and...
Okay.
He sounds right. He gave us the Imahili challenge.
Let me ask better. What has Dudula Zuma done for people that other people don't generally do for people? Don't tell me about groceries. Even now they are handing out groceries somewhere to our people. Yeah. Because that's what they do. It's their ticket for favor.
What do you think about the Stellenbosch Mafia? What's your take on them?
I still want to, I make informed decisions,
For
you know.
sure. Yeah.
I need more information to
Yeah.
establish if that's a thing for us to keep talking about while it's just a ghost and it's not a thing.
Could be fake news.
It's not really a ghost.
No,
'cause I
I'm
mean-
coming there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming there. So our people, we must never leave our people behind in conversation.
Sure.
Because you are disconnected now.
Of course.
So Stellenbosch Mafia existed, I know for sure, from my own research and findings. It existed during Nako Apartheid because they
Okay.
knew what they're doing.
Yeah.
I want to know, could it be a legacy like how Magesta is spoken about, but we buried the man 2 days ago, but he's still there. When you speak about Njata Kasi, you waka di Njata Tata. Like when you walk into Kaizer Chiefs, when you say Dr. Kumal, he's still there. But are we doing a yo, or are we really in a country where black people have the power to continue with or without the Stellenbosch Mafia existence, or are we really being held by the Stellenbosch Mafia things? It's not. We need to be. We are leaders here. There's millions of young people listening to us now. When we say the Stellenbosch Mafia, do you know what happens?
You're conditioning them.
Yeah, the conditioning happens. Yeah, the Stellenbosch Mafia. That time, it's for us to stand up. We must just stand up and do the right thing. And some of us mental chains are locked by Stellenbosch Mafia.
And they just have fear.
And if we work together, there's nothing they can
Listen,
do.
even if Stellenbosch
No
Mafia,
matter.
let me tell you, now let me come back to what Sol was worried about. The Stellenbosch Mafia, even if it exists now, that means that their children are the ones running the show. Because Anton is dead. There's Johan, Rupert. And Johan, for me, is too old. There's Rupert, no?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Kids.
there's the kids. So there's no young white person my age who can take me on anything. I don't care. So the Stellenbosch Mafia is now inherited and run by people probably like you and I. So I'm not scared of those people. I might be scared of the older ones because they've got more experience in this game. But not, to be honest, if it was just them, we always ask ourselves as the forces, how did these people actually get us into this position? Because if they found us here, and we're the generation that they need, they are coming in with. My man. But that's not Hunyata, people who came before us because they died for real, But Chris died for this and what. And so...
Didn't I cut you off when you're talking about why they killed Chris Hani? I cut you off, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
They look, Chris Hani had to die. He had to die because he wasn't giving anyone, black or white, a position to negotiate otherwise. His stance was clear. That guy was for the people. You read every book, you talk to the wife, to the daughter, doesn't matter. Now, some people were willing to negotiate. That's why they were kept alive. And that's why you and I are here. Because they negotiated. Listen, if you say this is your shirt, it's your shirt, brother. If the time comes, you have to take it back, take it back. But if I say, hang on, let's negotiate. And Saul says, no, there's no negotiation. I must tell my boys, Saul is the problem.
Yes.
Saul is the problem. Then we wipe him out. And Ghost Lady says, yeah, so what's a negotiation? Whenever it's called Ghost Lady, MacG can come around and wear the shirt, but only at my house. It can't leave. Do you see what I mean? So that's what was going on. I'm articulating this way for the young people to understand it, listening. So unfortunately, the true warriors of the revolution, they had to die. They had to be killed. Those who were not killed physically, they had to be character assassinated, like Mama Winnie Mandela.
Of course.
And you only all wake up and love her when you hear that she's dead, and some people are saying, yes, we as what were responsible for a character assassination, and we all misled you. And you want to cry, Winnie. And we knew it. She was such a nice person. No. We need to really hold hands for real. We must do away with the history, good or bad. We need to start now.
Yeah.
We sing every day revolutionary and struggle songs. It's all about Chris Hani, Mama Winnie Mandela, the former presidents of ANC,
and them,
and Oliver. But no one is singing about the leaders today. Because let me tell you, the young people sang about Oliver, sang about Mama Winnie, because they used to do things for the revolution. Who do we sing about today? You and I. Okay, let's put together a song now. Who must we sing
We
about?
need a Nhlanhla song.
Hey, yeah, I want to sing about. Hey,
No, but
who can we? Hey,
you know,
But now we're busy with...
there's no hero, man.
Why That's what we're busy with.
that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
People would rather do a song for Kabza than any revolutionist.
So I don't know how much time we have.
No, yeah, man.
Bro, don't worry
Don't worry
about
about
time,
time,
man.
dog.
We're all-
As a matter of fact, give me another round there.
So
The grand just finished then, eh?
The grand year's finished.
Yeah, just give me another round
Please
there.
pass the other bottle.
Yeah.
Pass the other bottle.
Ricky Rick,
Yes, Ricky Rick. Yes.
guys, I think we should have started the show with a moment of silence
Yeah.
for Ricky. In this 1 month that we are still in, Ricky passed away. City Lights passed away.
Eesh.
Hey, City Lights, man.
Cooley Roberts.
Cooley Roberts passed away.
Oh,
Patrick Shai.
hey, actually.
Patrick Shai passed away.
Oh.
In this 1 month.
Just 1 month.
Do you understand that
Do you want to do a moment of silence now?
we can do it just now.
Okay.
But out of the 4 people I mentioned, there's 1 woman, right? 1 woman.
Yeah.
And the 2 guys killed themselves. Guys, we need to talk about this. It's a real thing.
Say.
It's happening. And Ricky's not the last.
No,
because
Nah, it's
because we are not reliable, guys. We're not reliable human beings. People around us are killing themselves. Do you know how hard it is? I want you to think about it from a biological point of view. Do you know how hard it is to end your life? When you start the psychology of ending your life, the pain must be far greater than anything you can ever even dream about. So for our people to be amongst us and smile like you smiling and we're joking and Soul gives us the
puns and
the puns and the incredible and then we hear that he killed himself.
Yeah.
We are nonsense of human beings. The system is not working for us. And that's why earlier I said, I'm happy to do away with every system given to us and we start from scratch.
Yeah.
And we say, let's rebuild. Because for us to have a country is determined by the provinces. The province is determined by the cities.
The city. Yeah.
Without the cities, you can't have the provinces. The cities are determined by the communities.
The community,
and
the
the communities are determined by households. Our households are in trouble. I'm telling you for free. You go to, it doesn't matter where, our households are in serious trouble. People are depending on the systems because the systems want us to depend on them. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a government that continues to allow that to happen. We need to make sure that we bring back family values.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Hey, Ricky.
Ish.
Ish, you
Family
saw?
values.
Yeah. We need to make sure that we bring back family values. Ish, that pun is too much.
Ish.
And we can't bring back Ricky, but we need to make sure we
Ricky,
work on
man.
it. We need to make sure that we remind the kids.
Thank you, brother.
The kids need to know. Your child needs to know that they are not parented by the Constitution. They are parented by you.
And my values.
Joe, we need to go back to a time and bring it back and make it a reality where every old person is your parent. Then bana ba kgalemeleha.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes a village.
That's
it
how
takes
it
a
is,
village.
yeah.
It takes
No.
a village to raise a kid.
But you guys don't understand that the plan to destroy the continent is longer than what we're all told.
Sure.
The plan continues, by the way. And it continues because anything that's black is too great. It's fantastic. Black people are magical, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Aliens.
We are magical. I mean, if you talk about aliens, you go to West Africa. Those grannies will tell you about astrology and astronomy way better than anything or anyone on the internet can ever
Wow.
articulate.
Serious?
And then when this is happening, you must understand we're going to have this and this and this and this.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's who we are as a people, right?
Yeah.
So
We
Africa,
one with the earth.
100%.
Yeah.
Africa is incredible. But now they need to destroy it. I was telling a young lady in Kakopara, there's a new informal settlement. So, do you know why the Afrikaans government, the apartheid government, forced for our houses to be this much apart? It's because you can't work the land. Therefore, you can't provide your own food to your own kids. Therefore, you rely on the businesses and the shops to buy bread. And the conditioning that happens in your mind, when you get a baby, the system doesn't need to condition the baby because they did well with you. You condition the child to believing that this is normal. then you have a government that continues.
That's why when
RDP.
when you go to work and you get paid lousy amounts, you're like, I just be grateful you've got a job.
100%. And you
Yes.
continue with that rubbish with the kids. Now you've got a government that continues to give our people houses in the form of RDP
house
with the same
structure.
and they continue the bullshit.
Oh, yes.
Give me one bedroom house with enough, and look at how the sun travels around this particular property you're giving me or land you're giving me, and make sure that you're not building against the sun. You're allowing the sun so that my whatever I'm going to plant can grow properly.
And I can feed my family.
From there, you can feed your family, and you can have a chicken hawk. That a chicken lays eggs, guys, every day.
Yeah.
If you have 10 chickens, you have 10 eggs a day. You have breakfast forever. You can have a boiled egg during
They
the
lay every day.
yeah.
Nice
He's
life
alive.
problems.
I was worried about you there. I
Yeah.
thought you had left us. He's back.
I'm here. I heard lay. I was like, I'm back.
So look, food security is a thing.
Now
Once-
you're not working from an empty stomach.
You're not.
You can think and do what you want to do.
You're not. Guys, having shops and malls, we celebrate it. Yo, kasi akase na le mall. That is honestly bullshit. Because that's their way of continuing the cycle of dependency.
How so?
Because the mall gives you the bread, the milk, the eggs, everything that is actually free. The shops are giving you that.
The water. We got to buy water now.
Listen, there's people who sleep crying because they haven't had food. And you look around like, food is free. Food is actually free. If we had a government that is intentional and deliberate about rescuing our people out of the systematic slavery. But they continue it. They don't rescue our people out of it.
There's a complex I went to where they built like a mini farm or whatever, and they have like all these mint and whatever that they're growing there. And then if you stay in that complex, you can go and take and use.
Sure.
Like they build that for the people that stay in the complex.
But you see, that's nice, but that's makeup. That's a good case study to prove that it can happen.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying to say,
sure.
Imagine Coca, so you could just go get some mint.
Yeah. But
Spinach.
Yeah, that's
Spinach.
What do you do with mintakasi?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I get you, like a garden.
Yeah.
Boy.
If we take the government today, and the first conversation we're all having as young people here, we are saying that we are now putting together a law that says in the next year it will be illegal if you don't have X amount of plants, crops in your house, and you don't have a chicken hawk, and you don't have. So we're guaranteeing food security. So police come and say, where are the chickens?
Yeah.
You are no. This one,
Where's your garden?
Yeah, where's your garden?
Where's
You
the
want-
Fuck being vaccinated. Where's your garden?
Whoa,
Yeah.
man. That's actually a good
No, I'm telling you.
That would be
And then what we do as government, we take the seeds around.
Sure.
People start planting. Then, but you know what will happen? ShopRite goes down.
Pick and pay.
Pick and Pay goes down.
malls are gone.
Yeah, the malls are gone. They're not a thing of... The biggest thing in the mall now will be... The most important thing will be the movies now. The movie house, the Koniko, will be the biggest
Now
thing.
Rachel can come and see ya.
But you protected the malls.
Yeah, let me tell you what I was protecting. I wasn't protecting the mall. Komapon, I was protecting the 2,005 to 5,000 jobs that our people have.
Okay.
Because we are already living in a very
The
depressed
economy.
Yeah, our society is very depressed as it is from social, economic, and political ills. I wouldn't allow myself to live with the fact that I could do something and I don't do it, and as a result, ripple effect, I've got 5,000 people who continue to be further depressed.
Yeah.
If I could save 5,000 people from depression, I'm happy to do it. Anytime, no problem.
You know what I like about you, dog? You don't need cameras the whole time, like when you're doing your thing. Like,
No.
he doesn't do it just for the cameras. You know, there's people that do that kind of stuff just for the cameras, for airtime. But whether there's cameras or not, he's doing his
He's
thing.
doing his thing.
Yeah. What do you want to ask him?
It's
bro?
not for show, man. Lux, how do you come up with Lux?
So, Lux, man, we met, that name came, my grandfather used to call me Lux, by the way, may his soul rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah, so his version of the name, Gore, Nhlanhla ke Lucky, akere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
so it's like Luks, but you just put the X.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Sure. Why?
Lucks.
And when I get to St. David's, they struggle with Nhlanhla. And being a sports person,
Lucky.
you need the communication. So it was easier to communicate and move around the sports field because something, the move, if you say Lux's move, we know that what we're going to do and the ball ends up at Lux. So those type of things socially, it was easier to navigate. But at home, I was comforted because it came from my grandfather first. And then it was easy for me to move with it.
Who do you support, Pirates or
Obvious.
Chiefs?
Dr.
Chiefs.
Evan Khoza will stop this show.
You're a pirate.
No, I'm a Pagane.
For real.
Favorite player?
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite player.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, I'm not following the PSL.
Oh, yeah, you're too busy, man.
Yeah, right now, I don't know who scored when.
Yeah.
I just, we name Pirates are the best. It's not like before. Before, we were very stuck and you know.
Music?
wanting
Who
to
are you
know.
listening to? Who do you fuck with?
Music, I listen to Pro Kids still.
For real?
Yeah. But you know, hip hop used to be an institution where we all learned something from. Now it's just moving your head.
For sure.
So when when you lead, you know, we read books, we watch things, we still listen to Pro because Pro had a lot of truth to his music
He
and
was documenting.
yeah. So I mean, the truth is, I never used to listen to Rick religiously, but I give him a chance now, unfortunately, and that's how we behave, which is disgusting because he's gone. We listen to the music.
Yes.
You know, I listened to City Lights' work, and I must tell you something about City Lights. You know his first song that came out?
Which one?
Konje Kinkaro?
Hamangevura. Washa.
Yeah, I killing MT.
Washa.
Yeah,
Roll up.
Roll Up.
That was City Lights.
Let me tell you.
That was City Lights.
No, man.
No way.
What did it tell us to
Let me tell you. That original song, I still have it. Kimang Lux should still have the original song. The original song was Mags and Bricks.
On that beat.
Whoa.
City Lights. Ah, ke o chayela. Kubulela ntho ke tsebang. City came through to the crib and said, Yamting, please, we need a little bit of change for studio
Sure.
and the song is this and the Le Mags was supposed to be on the song. But look at it, Roll Up. Roll Up.
Roll up.
Yeah, you talk. I mean, Kikizolo. It's
Yeah,
a joint,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mags on the track, Bricks on the track. So you
Yeah.
and he then went start being in that circle, and he then brought the report back home and said, "Listen, this song is changed altogether.
Yeah.
I know you put us on some coin to do this. Don't be surprised when it comes out as this.
As this, yeah.
No problem. Do what you got to do."
Well, it's another black
You
man
see?
succeeding, so.
For us, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So even MT, we listened to a lot of MT. When MT was on, I saw that a lot of people really don't appreciate MT. MT is a legend.
MT is good,
MT
bro.
is
It's
massive.
amazing.
MC is a living god. And
Yo.
MT is a living god. Like, we need to
Sure.
appreciate that boy
Yeah.
proper.
Yeah.
We need to help that boy if he has a problem. I'm not here thinking he's got one.
For sure.
But I'm saying normally when people have problems, what's that label? Where they come from?
Ambitious.
Ambitious. And I'm not here shooting at
For sure,
Ambitious,
for
right?
sure.
But I'm just saying what it is. MT can't leave Ambitious, and that's the end of him. While you are alive, MacG. No, fuck you, bro. Like, how does that work? He's quality. Why aren't we having sleepless nights and saying, how do they block MT?
Sure.
The same way we're saying, how do they block podcast?
Yes.
What can we do? I can never be.
Yes.
If Tlamelela Tiwa running MT, running that record label, some of us we come later, but we can't have our young people going down the train.
Java.
Java. Java. We can't have our young people succumbing to such nonsense
Because
because.
Fifi Cooper disappeared.
Do you understand what I mean?
After she
Steering.
Yeah.
It's an industry. How do you allow that?
Ish.
Must you be subjected to opening her legs now for a tender?
Easy.
Yako Kasia simply because she needs to maintain the
Never.
car. Can never be. So we need to do better. We are disgusting. These horrible hooligans do this to young black people because we look and watch and do nothing.
Exactly, you're right.
Now, not anyone who's younger than me, ling voting Joe, anytime. 2 a.m. call or a Reese has a problem. This is what they're doing. They're planting a gun in his house and they're going to search it now. That gun, I'll rather say it's mine. Save that boy. A Reese, pause. last number work Iris.
He's from the hood.
It's from the hood. Relax, man.
Ghost lady, what do you want to ask, man?
I would like to ask you. So, you know how people say maybe you're just a loud voice, but you have to say you always refer to your forces, your movements. What are the numbers? How far is your reach?
Look, if I was a politician, I'd say we've got 1 million. What? We're not here for bragging and lying. All I can tell you is that our reach is every province in this country right now. And how many the numbers, because we are not a political organization with membership, I can't sit here and tell you I've got 1 million. But all I know is that if someone says that I'm challenging you to fill up Orlando Stadium, have you noticed something, Ghost Lady? We've never said we've got something happening in a month or 2 months. We don't advertise and PR our activations. I'm the one, by the way, who's the mouthpiece. So I'm the one that announces it. I always say that 2 days is too much. It's Thursday. On Sunday, we are doing this thing in Diepkloof. Like tomorrow, we've got something in Diepkloof. I announced it on Thursday.
What are you guys doing?
We are meeting. Soweto communities are meeting on various agendas, and we are just going to see.
No, bro. From now on, you must let us know, bro. We'll announce it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll announce it.
No, spirit.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we might not come, but we'll announce.
No, 100%. Sure.
Yeah.
What's
What's the next mission for the movement? I mean, you've done the electricity in Soweto. You've done shop owners, you know, and illegal immigrants.
Look, we are ready because we are accessible and we're in our communities. So whatever comes up, we are there. We don't plan. Like I said, we don't switch the lights off for communities so that we can come in and switch them on and look like superstars. You see? So we are there to address issues that sometimes matters are rising. But on June 16, we are closing all police stations in the country. We are going there as young people with locks and chains to close them for 2 reasons. Our police are drowning in corruption. They are part of all the social ills that we can ever imagine in our townships. So if these police stations are not going to work for us, then let's close them.
Isn't that illegal?
Listen, number 2, we are closing them because we want the government to find a way of paying our policemen better so they're not bribable. We are not destroying the police station. We are closing it as an exercise to articulate a certain view. And when that time is done, we unlock the chains. We unlock the chains and we go home. But we'll close it for June 16. No police station will operate on June 16. That's what it is.
My biggest dream is to have free Wi-Fi in all the hoods, man.
Why can't we have Wi-Fi in all the hoods right now? Why can't it be
a simple thing, man? It
No.
doesn't take much.
Why can't it be free right now?
Because you know how many people are not going to watch this interview because they can't afford data. And they're the people that need to hear what he's saying.
But remember what he said. The government, or they profit from the ignorance of people. So the less knowledge and information we have out there, the better.
Yes.
But forget government. Why can't us here make sure that the hoods have?
Yeah, how?
Wi-Fi?
Why can't?
Because we're conditioned to limit our own thinking. Us in this room.
Because we probably have a chiller who's in that space.
But there's certain things you need the government.
Well, okay, what do you need?
I want to show you. This is why we get shit done, us.
Fuck, I actually have a cousin who works at Vumatel who actually digs the wires that they put, the fiber wires.
But he doesn't have the capacity to do...
I'm just saying.
My man.
Or Vuma, any company
My man.
on its own.
I'm just saying, imagine what he's... Listen to what he's saying.
Okay, look. Let's say you go to Vuma. You see, this is top of mind. We could refine this proposal.
Yeah, of course.
We go to Vuma and say that you are not operating in Soweto until all the parks have free Wi-Fi and all the hospitals have free Wi-Fi. So we are 50% in saying the community has free Wi-Fi. But when you are in the home, that's where your market is. Won't disturb it. How hard can that be?
And
I come there.
all those Wi-Fi's, podcast and chill must be in there.
100%.
Yes.
No, definitely.
Every school must have free Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
then it's easier. And if they think that we are all, what did you say? They think that we don't have the numbers we say we have, then they must test us. Then nobody will have Wi-Fi.
Bro, if we have free Wi-Fi, you know how much you can change, dog.
It changes everything.
Gives people accessibility to information.
And
You
just
can now
knowledge.
choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
Dude, you can service your car by going on YouTube and learning how to service a car.
That's what it is.
Literally.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the thing. Then SABC doesn't get the numbers on TV.
Day to day.
The stations don't get the listeners,
Let's close
right?
them.
Because they're getting killed by the internet. So they benefit from the ignorance and the lack of the Wi-Fi and access to information.
Yeah. So for me, we shouldn't be thinking about them. We should think about them as much as they think about us.
Which is none.
Which is none. So why are you still thinking about the SABC?
Yeesh. Woo, my nigga.
We shouldn't.
He loves that one.
We shouldn't think about these people, sure.
I know. Neo is like you and Neo would get along so
Yeah,
well.
Neo is a Grootman.
He's a Grootman.
Yeah.
Do you have a
He's a
question for
Grootman.
Nhlanhla?
Money.
No, I don't have a question, but a sign of gratitude, we are very happy as young people to see a young leader standing up for black people. Understand? It's very much seldom seeing that happening, especially from townships. We're from townships. We know how to grow up, how it is growing up from township as a young black kid. So seeing what the movement is doing, it gives us hope as young people. So we appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Nhlanhla, thank you so much, man.
Before I get out of here,
Yeah, man.
with or without your permission, there's something that I'm going to do here. And I'm going to do it to also show that we have the power to change lives, guys. We're not only talking about it. In Soweto right now, one of the strongest MCs emerging, I said to him, there's a car fetching you. You're going to come with me because when I end the show, I want you to hit them with the freestyle. And make sure you know that it's a freestyle.
Who's this? Is he gonna tell us about himself or you gonna?
Let me not introduce him. I don't like underselling people's products.
Okay.
Zwala into nak.
I thought there was a march outside. Though.
They're here for us.
Yo, rapper, they fetching us.
Fam, you good? Easy, be easy, man.
This energy is too healthy, man.
Yeah, bro.
You just share the mic. Ne?
Okay, no. I'll let him sit.
Can I get a chair?
Yeah,
grab a chair,
Kanka's chair, bro.
What up, my dog?
Oh, fam.
It feels good to be on this platform, man.
Thank you.
It's a blessing, man.
What's
Nice
your
to
name,
meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Yeah, real name Nhlanhla as well.
Oh,
dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
It goes deeper than that, but it's ammunition, you understand?
ammunition.
Oh, ammo.
Yeah, it's ammunition. So, Ntona Sotra, Middlelands to be exactly 152's finest.
Yeah.
But it's just the craft, Like it's really just like really music and influential sounds from where we from.
Yeah.
So then there's like you have the responsibility to be a good musician,
For sure.
but then you also have a gift. You know what I mean? So we understood that it's actually a gift.
Yeah.
But to heal, you understand?
How did you
But-
meet Nhlanhla?
And but a long story short, this is my brother. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
This is the only guy in the entire of my existence that came to me in my worst, darkest place. And he was like, Ntonak, come here.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
man.
And my life has transformed.
Yeah.
And finally, like if I had to speak about that, it's
Hey, man, you're on the biggest
You know?
podcast now,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean?
No, the thing is, it's just the way it happened. You know what I mean? It was just a coincidence, and he prioritized. Lux will prioritize you.
Yeah.
It's like if I say I'll do this, I'll do it. And I always like, why is this guy calling or following me so much? It's like, listen, I need. If you are better than, if I will give you a chance, if you are better.
Yeah.
Than an STC and an A-Reese or whatever.
For sure.
Lyrical.
Yeah.
I've heard something, but okay, like, listen. Yeah. Okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
I think I freestyled for about 6 hours. non-stop.
Whoa.
6
No
hours,
way.
yeah. 6 hours.
Yeah, we
No
jumped-
ways.
we-
I think.
So you're a proper freestyle.
So I think let's do this. Let's not talk about him freestyling or not. I think just freestyle and make sure they understand it's a free.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a free.
Yeah, no.
No, but wait, we need to know who's freestyling. So,
introduce yourself.
yeah. Hey, what
Yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
music you into? Like, are you doing like lyrical or like?
No. I'm a full-on musician. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I do all types of music, gospel,
Gospel.
rap. Yeah, like I'm create like you guys are gonna hear gospel rap with me.
Wow.
I'm doing a whole lot of Kasi rap.
Bottom C.
I'm very lyrical. Man, I'm in a commercial space too.
Yeah.
I'm a full-on musician. You can put me anywhere, anytime.
Llanos, would you fuck with the Llanos?
I'm about to do something out there, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the Llanos, the best Llano artists are actually the rappers.
The rappers, yeah.
Yeah. So we're next.
All right, cool. What's your name? Let's get into the
Ammunition. Yeah.
All right, let me go.
Official.
Let me give you an intro. Ladies and gentlemen. Can I intro him?
Don't forget the word toys, yo.
What?
Don't forget the words.
Oh, yes.
Now, whatever it is, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Lucia.
boys and girls, please welcome for the very first time on Podcast and Chill, Mr. Ammo.
Shut up.
Kazar. DJ,
Kazar.
drop that shit.
What does Kezo mean again? Nazo. Ash. Who's on the beat? Well, doesn't even matter. I was sitting out space, but I really had to lost my meta, but it doesn't even matter. Wait, chase. But I had to go my bigger tail cheddar, cause my pockets got scattered when a boy got skinny, made likes, then my pockets got fatter. Wait, I be talking about cheddar. White black with a cheese like cheddar. Wait, hoodie with a top like cheddar. Red hoodie but the background cheddar. It's crazy. Changed up the weather, but everything's so setter. I made a daddy and a daddy and a daddy, and now she soft like riding on feta. I make G to the G, make Mag and the Mac and the Mac boot. Niggas can't flag. If they want, they can Mag too. If they can check, if they want, if the Mac boot, need a back check. So it's a Dudula, it's a Dudula. You got a problem, it's a Dudula. This is too easy, dog, we young taught. This is the easy dog, we young baller. The COVID flow with Ebola. You ain't your top of beach, you top the solo. Hold on, wait. It's E to the M-O, the silent, the DJ, the E to the info. I'm like the ghost lady in the background. And then you got lady, the cat sound. I hear the whole tatty, the hair sound. Beat it and she give me the cat sound. Switch it up. Give me a word. What's going on out there in the pen? Sarafina, baby, and the peanut, baby. I was walking in the peanut, baby. My lawyer busy talking about the penis, baby. A wiener, baby. She's gonna get the penis, baby, but she's lean this, baby. I'm a genius, baby. Take it back like a Sarafina. Close the shoulder, side in the pocket, pina. Close the police station on June 16th. I will represent the Sarafina, like Fredo and Born, like maybe Kabina, like if you really want it, we can get casino, like if you really want it, we can rock casino. I'm like last casino, I'm like old school, like Mac Cabina. I don't even know what I'm saying. I rock casino. Give me another beat quickly, cause I'ma rip it up like simply. I'ma make G on the top with the back phone, back podcast in the top, and I have phone, back podcast in the top, and the Mac phone. Whatever is next. Oh, this is nice. Deja. Kazo. Kazo, né? Shut up, man. Don't forget the words, yo. I see you all quiet out there. Hey, Danger Kafar, ish. Is it true or false? I'm Danger Kafar, ish. Get it? Pronouns on top of your balls and we far, ish. We will shop with a bow and arrow, now I'm taking Soweto too far, ish. On top of the far, ish. Like a Danger Kafar, electricity flow, chopping the cars. I put the niches up and rock with the Mars. Like electricity flow with the cars. So I whip on the top of the cars. Cause I'm Danger Kafar and I had to go get it. I build me a house in the stars. What's McDonald's, takeaways, and the base. That could dump in the top in the maze. You remember like back in the days, McDonald's don't takeaways, 20 A's at 4 a.m. in the morning on the way. And show after show, I'm doing it every day. What's next? I'll kill, suicide, don't fail, you're the side, with a meal, with a tide. If it ain't really suicide, then it's genocide. Which side? Represent, walk tide, it's Pinville, it's Northside, it's low key, what else? Come on. Recording the mesh, recording the stash. I'm from a hood where the cops wanna talk, but they always can pick up a 20 for the stash. Did you hear? I'm from away in the hood where the 20 pick up for the stash. The cops wanna get the George, and the cop in the mess up fought. With the back in the lash, with the last I'm locked, so the girls wanna think I fought. I ain't got time for the make a dog. It's casual dog, and it's like a casual dog with a mission lasso dog. I'm a man's dog, and I'm something you can handle, dog. Come on, next one. Caught the chill and the freedom, caught the chill with the little, I stitch your cost to make it freedom, if you want it, we can lead them, wouldn't type in the medium. I was talking the last about the parliament, he said, nah, keep quiet, dog, we gon' lead them, So where's the parliament, and I can parliament, and I can get it with the talk of Solomon, and I can dollar man, I make a dollar, and I can kid him, look to make a modern man, hop on top in the Bentley and talking in. I'm in a white neighborhood, in the Bentley, my fingers up, screaming, oh, it's a parliament, what's next? The next one, look clean, please. Nelson Mandela, right? That's not the right. Nelson Mandela. I was back in the weather. In my dream, I was sitting with Whitney and having some coffee and talking Mandela. If we change up the weather, the weather. Mama broke on the hill, Cinderella. Do you get it? The skill is to hella. And the chop in the veil and the teller. If you really want it, we can tap on Mandela. I'll fight for the freedom like I am Mandela. I'll drop in the deal and we'll hit you with Lela. Give me another one quickly, young.
Basta 929.
Basta 929, that one. Hey. Ay, totally problem. Totally problem. This is, man, is this heartfelt? Can I? Yeah, no. Before we go, I need to say something. Yo. Ash, yeah, Ricky, yeah. I just thought about that actually. Ricky, Ash. Look, you smiling so much and you don't talk a lot. Cause when you meet all the boys, it's in the parking lot. You know, there's smiles and pictures and be rides for chickers. And when you're the one that's feeling low, he'll suggest Bible scriptures. You know, the music is soft, but he's talking about let's relocate, let's allocate, let's operate, let's open up. And now what's sad is in this gate, his heart is messed, we crying up, can't sleep at night, we're messed up. My heart is bleeding, cast up, I'm stressed up. 23rd of Feb, it's a day I'll never forget. Cause when I stare at those boys' pictures, though we get upset. I even disabled my Insta. I'm always feeling pressure. Cause I wouldn't stand to see Ricky just going out the stretcher. You see, the hardest part, he said it was all for us. And when I met him, he told me, dawg, we gonna make for us. I'm put you on the tours and bus. I'll open up and get for tuss. You get some tickets, talking tuss. It'll never happen, Lux. You see, but it's so good. It's all love to the family. Bianca and those kids, I hope y'all all get a Grammy, man. That man was more than a god. That man was more than an odds. And he defeated all the odds. It's crazy. Depression is real, but I knew, but never felt it. But I heard that Ricky cut his rope. I guess my chair's gonna sell them. I'm going through my welding, popping wellum, chopping cheldem. I can't sleep at night. There's a story I could probably tell them. They found him hanging on the roof. They found him hanging off the ceiling. So I switched up my phone, cause this news is not appealing. And the pictures I couldn't post, and I was burying out for lights. It's crazy cause 2 days earlier we was burying city lights. Now I'm still processing that debt still. So it's R.I.P. Ricky. So it's R.I.P. my breath still. Kept my breath still, my edge still. Cause when we lost that man, that's when the earth stood still. You feel me? Culture never dies, we'll always multiply. The boy told us, dog, just make sure when you go on Pride. First time I met Ricky, he said, don't never look like your problems. I didn't know that he had demons, but the demon brought some goblins. But you see, in life, we're gonna make it good. He's the only one that told me, be the rapper from the hood. There's too much Americans out here. There's too many Aestheticans out here. You ain't part of those out here. Just keep it real and keep it here. And he told me we go make it. I was shaking, heartbroken, to mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking it's a prank. Maybe something might happen or they mistaken. But then I saw the Twitter lights. Had to light the Vura just to give your city lights.
Wow. Whoa!
Yo.
What just happened, bro?
Yo.
So I don't know.
Wow, man, and that's a freeze. That's a
Hold on. Let's turn on your mic. Sorry, man. Is he on?
So you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, man.
I had an option of coming here, and the spotlight is on me.
yeah.
And I left him in the hood. How dare I leave such
that's
talent in the
disgusting.
hood? That's
Whoa,
disgusting.
man.
Disgusting.
God bless you.
You see what I mean?
Disgusting, man.
God bless you, bro.
Now, it's on you now. This talent can't just be subjected to the hood.
No,
I don't know
listen,
what your
hood,
plans are,
man.
but it can't be subjected.
Yo, man, where can people check you out, man?
What are your
social media,
man.
bro?
Yo, that was.
Hey, he's going through
the
it,
Ricky
man.
was emotional. That
Yeah,
Rick was
yeah.
emotional, man. You know.
Sorry, man. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
that
man.
we never really express how we really feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that true? You actually met Ricky, no?
Yeah, I did.
Wow,
I did. It was
man.
dope, man. His energy was crazy. Like he just receives you well.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no.
Yeah.
So, Ash, man, to be out here on the screen like this, like it's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yo, man, like we gotta really love each other. Like, we gotta really just check up on each other. Because what's crazy was, last night before I slept, my sister posted a status, and I asked her, why are you so angry at this time? And she was like, yo, man, if you didn't call me, I would have killed myself. You know? Then I just came back from church this morning, and my best friend, you know what I mean? Like, he also tried to, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, so like if you're a believer, if you pray, like, just please do whatever, like, find God. Like, we need to really take care of the soul, like spiritual hygiene, you know what I mean? We need to really feed, there's the food that the soul needs.
Yes.
We need to give the soul that, because the more we neglect it and we're like, you're gonna 5 years later we can't unfix the problem, because it's internal, you know.
Sure.
So whatever that man went through, man, you know, mercy on his soul. Like, I just hope he's in a great place. But what he left, City too, man. Like, I sent City a verse on Friday. He said to me, this is the best verse I've ever had.
Wow.
I wish Pro Kid was alive to hear this.
Damn.
And Lux calls me at like 4, like in the morning. It's like, yo, there's a problem. 2 days before Pro Kid died, I moved in. I was going to Lux's house. 2 days before. On the Wednesday when I got there was nobody. Right? When I called him, he's like, hey, I'm blind. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, you remember we had talked about working with Pro and whatever? Friday, I sent City the verse. 2 days later, Sunday,
man.
Then it's Ricky. Then, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Hey, bro.
a lot, bro.
it's crazy, man. So we got to take care of each other, you know.
Where
But
can people
just to
check you out, man?
check me out. Instagram, it's MOZA Official. Twitter too, MOZA Official. 152. I'm just out there on the socials. I'm just working on a new project, actually, that I'm just gonna give out. You know what I mean? I want people to just really feel good again.
Yeah.
You know, because
no, when you're done, you must bring it here, man. We'll bump it first, man.
Thank you, man. I'll do that, man.
We'll even perform here.
Yeah.
We'll open the show up with your performance.
Yes.
Yeah, please, man. That would be an honor.
Anytime.
That would be for
Definitely,
so many
man.
people. But besides all of that, I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity. What you guys are doing, man, is beautiful.
Hey, man, we gotta
Like,
put each
God bless you,
That's all we
man.
have, bro. We gotta put each other on, man.
We all we have, bro.
Thank you,
We all we have.
bro.
We need to be
Thank you,
kind
man.
with one another. It was Cooley's last words as well. You know,
Yeah.
we take
It
care
is.
of one another as
Yeah.
black people.
Wow.
Like, you know, that's all she
Yeah.
said. She wants us to do that. And
And,
just
and,
fight
and,
so
it's,
much.
and it's Operation Dudula one way, you understand? Like,
Danko.
people shouldn't get it twisted. We're not here to, you know, just listen. We really need to fix this problem. We have problems. We have underground problems.
Yeah.
We have internal problems.
Yeah.
The war is just starting, you understand? So,
Thank you,
let's-
Ntata.
let's
Thanks for
just
bringing him, man.
Guys,
go for
thank
that.
you,
Thank you,
bro.
man.
Thank you,
Mbana.
man.
Ciao,
Podcast
Bantu.
and chill. We out here, man.
Peace.
Boom.
Linda.